let's begin. So this is part 2 to the session that I had with you 2 weeks ago, because we are addressing people who had financial losses, okay, big sums, either to failed investments, to business failures, a bankruptcy, losing, a big portion of your savings to scams, Yeah, so you are terribly affected and you're rebuilding your lives. So here I'm talking about how we can use Healy to speed up, so that you can recover your savings and then rebuild your business, your empire, and your career again. All right. Okay, so I hope you have practiced the first part, because in the first part we talk about one, the power of three. The protocol where it involves the conflict balance, and then after that defense, support, friendly flora, plus the rebalance. Yeah, so that it pushes out the pain, the traumatic pain from your body. Yeah, to loosen some of the memories so that you can push out some of this pain. And then the next one was the protocol for soul cycle, which is a separation from your business, separation from your career, separation from your money. Yeah, so that kind of like disturb your energetic field. So that is the restoration part. All right, so those were the 2 protocols that we mentioned, and it must be the first thing that you do, because if you do not loosen or remove or clear this kind of traumatic memory, it goes into your subconscious and then it's going to play out again and again. And we do not want that. Okay, we really do not want that. Okay, so today we are talking about how to use Healy as well as the MagHealy programs to enhance, okay, and build your business and expand your business. And here we are talking about success through energetics. Okay, so this platform here, Frequency Network for Advanced Healy Training, is meant for educational purpose. All right, it is for us to share with one another and to learn from one another how to use Healy in our daily lives. Okay, so the results will vary from person to person. Okay, so if you need translation, I have given you the link earlier. If not, you can scan the QR code to choose your desired language and we can begin. Okay, I am Christi Wong from Singapore. Very nice to meet you. It's my pleasure here. I'm a certified bioenergy profiling life coach. So I help individual families to have a good, happy life, okay, to put it in short. Yeah, so my background, a little bit of my background, I have a little bit of meridian knowledge, okay. My career in the past was that of an A-level biology teacher. So when I talk about the health segment, you will hear a little bit about bio, but today we are talking about manifestation. So I'm in wellness education for many years now, okay. And we are ready to begin. So what are we going to talk about today? Okay, the first part is continuation from the first session. Okay, so now we are talking about how to use Healy and MagHealy. For example, when you want to recover from all your losses. A lot of us think that, you can use Healy and MagHealy and say, okay, make me a next millionaire, And why do some people succeed and why do some people fail? And there are more fails than success, okay? Or partial results, I would say. So then how then today I'm going to teach you or share with you, all right, how to use some of the Healy manifest frequencies or manifestation, as well as the MagHealy at the last segment, okay? So today's session is about manifestation, specifically addressing business goals, career goals, right? So how do we turn our thoughts, our dreams, our desires into reality? And basically what we are doing here is that we are using intention coming from us and then coherence through the devices to materialize it, to make the things come into our reality. Okay, if you have any questions, you can type in the chat, then I will go back and refer to it and answer your questions related to today's topic. Okay, now these are some of the responses that people have asked me. Okay, they tell me that I have vibrated Healy and MagHealy for quite some time now, and nothing seems to happen. Why? So when people say nothing, okay, what are they expecting? They are expecting like, okay, if I ask for $1 million, it's like the next morning, do you expect the doorbell to ring and then, there's a package when you open up, it's $1 million? That is not possible, right? Okay, so when they said nothing, they are expecting their situation to change. But sometimes the situation may not change. But what they didn't see is their mental clarity. Perhaps in their mind, their desires, their goals become clearer and clearer. They didn't see that when something is not there, actually things are happening. For example, your negative thoughts. You find that, your negative thoughts are less and less, okay? You don't think that that is something, okay? Or your ideas, it's like when you're bathing, when you're cooking, when you're shopping, suddenly you get many newly inspired ideas, and then to them is nothing, okay? So when you do the vibration, okay, a lot of things are happening. Is whether you are aware that something is happening or not aware, because you may think that this is something so natural. Ideas come to me, that's a natural thing, but that is something, okay? That is something. Yeah, so the thing that you want becomes clearer and clearer. Like when I wanted to build my business around Healy, okay, over time I find that, wow, the clarity is there. I become clearer and clearer and clearer what I want to do. So although I may not see like $1 million yet, okay, but the clarity is coming forth, okay? So something is happening. It's below the soil. You haven't seen the outcome, the final outcome, but you will find that things are happening underground, okay? In the invisible realm, things are already shifting. The energy is already shifting, okay? Now, there's also people who approach me and say, I have vibrated Healy and MagHealy for don't know how many months. Oh my gosh, the change is so slow. Okay. Yeah. So it's like you ask for $1 million and until today, it's still like 1,000 every month. Okay. Where is the 100,000 every month? Yeah. Okay. So no matter how big or small is the change, as long as you see that the energy is shifting, express gratitude. Okay, because when you express gratitude, you are speeding things up, because you are telling the universe, oh, I love this, I notice this, okay, I want more of this, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so more. So the universe says, oh, she liked it, or he liked it, or he loves that, let's give him more, let's give him more. Okay, so gratitude is important. Look for this, even the smallest change. Okay, notice it. It means that you have become aware. Okay, that's one possibility, that things are happening. Now, the other reason why the change is so slow is because you are allowing it to be slow. Yeah, I pause because this is something that not many of us will point to ourselves, that the change is so slow is because of us, ourselves. Okay? Yeah, I'll tell you why as we progress. Because you are not living it yet. You think that it takes time for that things to come. Okay? So therefore, you would think that to earn $1 million based on whatever my state is right now, it will take 2 years or it will take 3 years. Okay? So if that is your belief, then things will slowly progress, because that is what you believe and that is what you are living out at the present moment. Okay, yeah. Then there are also people who say, I have vibrated Healy and MagHealy for don't know how many months, how many weeks and all that, but the results are partial. I asked for this, but I only get this. Okay, so sometimes you ask for many things. Oh, the list of 5, maybe you get 3. The other 2 you didn't get. Or you ask for $1 million within 3 months, and what you get is probably 500,000. Why are the results partial? Because in some areas, your energetic field is still not coherent. Okay. All right. So it's still.
Madam.
Okay, why are all the mics turning on? Okay. Okay, so why are results impartial? You ask for 100,000, you get 50,000, 20,000, 10,000. Okay, energetically, there are still areas that are incoherent. So the parts, the energy that's coherent, you get it, but the rest that are incoherent, you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, yeah. Now, some few, this is very, very few. They said, I have vibrated Healy and MagHealy, even 24 hours, and you know what happened? My situation is, in fact, getting worse. I had one, and it was during the COVID period. And the situation is really, really urgent. His business is not doing well. Okay, his wife wanted to divorce him. Okay, there are so many stresses. Not every day he will text me. Okay, I'm writing this statement. Is it correct? Can you help me see? Can this statement works and all that? Okay, why are things still not changing? Why are things not improving after 2 weeks, after 1 month, and all that? Okay, it seems to be getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay, is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Okay, but it's not because of Healy making it happen like that. It's not that Healy make situation worse, but it's because we send the wrong intention and Healy amplify it. Even without Healy, the situation also will get worse because of the signal that people send out. I can understand that when they are in a situation where they may go bankrupt, they may lose their business, they may lose their marriage, and worse is all 3 is entangled and may be happening at the same time. How to focus on success, how to focus on, that beautiful picture, they can't. So every day they are worried. And their worry is sending out the signal, this is what I want, this is what I want. Okay? So when you put it out there, it can get amplified and then things get worse. Okay or not? Yes. I don't know whether any one of you has gone through that. You can mention that or ask your question later on. Okay, so whether it's Healy, MagHealy, or you manifest without, okay, it is all this, the universe or Healy and MagHealy respond according to your intention. They do not know what is good or bad. They do not know, okay? But what you amplify or what you emphasize or what you repeat is deemed as what you want. So what happens here is that we are either conscious manifestor or an unconscious manifestor. So what happened in the case when the situation turned bad is that this person has unconsciously or unknowingly manifested what he does not want. Okay, so in life, if your life is messy, right? Like very recently, one person came to me and said that her head is dizzy, the pressure in the ear is terrible. And her blood pressure has gone up very, very high. You know or not? Then when I do the Healy and do the analysis, okay, I said that is actually stress induced, you know. So I asked about her business, and I asked whether are you at the same time multitasking and worried about many, many things. Then after that, she said, "Why? Yes, yes. How do you know? How can you tell from all the Healy reports?" Okay, because what happened is that, oh, my mother is like that, that, that. My daughter is like that, that, that. My business is like that, 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 that. Okay, so she is running all over the place trying to manage everything. Okay, yeah. So when she focused on all these things unknowingly, this person is actually manifesting more and more and more problems into your life. So your arrows are going all over the place. Your energetic field is actually in a state of chaos. Okay, so actually what this person need to do is, instead of running after all the things that go wrong, is to come back to the center and rearrange your energetic field, rearrange the arrows. You know, a conscious manifester is a person who manifests what you want. Okay, an unconscious manifester will be hit and miss. So sometimes you manifested what you want, sometimes you manifested what you don't want. Okay, so what we want today is that we become a conscious manifester. We know how to direct our energy for a good purpose, for the intended outcome. I think that is what we want to achieve here today. Okay, anyone can manifest. Whether you have Healy or you don't have Healy, you can still manifest. Okay? But what's the difference between manifesting with tools, with Healy and MagHealy as our tools? One is speed. Okay? Because if you do it without devices, oh, your mind, you have to be very, 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 very focused. Okay? Two is they allow us to tap into our subconscious where we can reprogram. Because if we have previous trauma or if we have the wrong program, okay, what happens is they interfere. That's where you have your arrows going all over the place. But now what we can do is we can actually go into the subconscious and then do the reprogramming from there. And the frequencies that is already pre-programmed into Healy and MagHealy is always for the highest good. Okay? With love, with compassion, ethics, moral, everything. And then we achieve balance in all areas of our lives: money, relationship, career, your success, you know, all balance. But if you do it by yourself, we will be skewed towards one area. We want to manifest money. And when you manifest money and your business success and everything, your family breakdown. Okay? Yeah, relationship breakdowns. Okay, so things go up and down, up and down. You can't manage, like, balance everything. Okay, but when you use Healy and MagHealy, these are the things. These are the four things that we want: speed, reprogram ourselves, okay, achieve the desired goals with the highest good in mind for everybody, for every party, plants, animals, humans, okay, and balance in all areas of our lives without compromising on any areas of your life. Okay, you don't want to have a lot of money and then you are sick. Okay, you don't want have to have relationships, but then you're poor. So we want balance. Okay, so this segment here, I'm talking about manifesting with Healy, and these are the 4 programs that I'll be mentioning. But it doesn't mean that you have to use all 4 programs. If you have all 4, by all means, you can use different programs to do your practice. But if you have only one of them, either one of them is fine. Any one, you can use just any one of them. Okay? All right. So I'm going to talk about Manifest Infinity. This is the latest program that those that you get during the latest tour. Marcus Schmicker came to Asia, all right, and those who attended the Asia events, get the Manifest Infinity in your Healy as an expert program. Okay, so I do not know whether the Obsidian has it or not. Okay, if you have it, it's Manifest Infinity. And then previously, there is an abundance program, also known as Dr. Habdank GPT. Okay, so this is another abundance program. And then recently we have the Healy High Wave and the Mind Wave. So the set of 6 Mind Wave programs. And then if you have the Obsidian energy cycle, you have the Boost Abundance energy. Okay, any one of these will do. Okay, now what is manifesting? Manifesting to me is like tending and growing a garden, you know? So you have, let's say, a plot of land. Your plot of land is actually your reality. So when we allow things to happen on its own, so-called life happens to me, okay? And we do not intentionally manifest. We are an unconscious manifester. Your garden will look like that. You have some plants that you want, and then you have weeds that are overgrown because you don't really go and care for it. So your garden looks a bit messy. Okay, but the conscious manifester means that you have in mind how your garden will look like, what your life will look like. Okay, you have a blueprint, you actually sit down and you put some thought to it. Okay, you cannot expect the garden, you just throw some seeds over there and it grow on its own. Okay, so there must be work done as well. Okay, so it's not just sit down there, do the vibration, turn on the Healy every day, 24 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours, or whatever, and then your life will change on its own. It is actually better if you do it more intentionally. Okay, having a blueprint in mind, having your intention, having your goals, having all this written, and with certain practices. Okay, all right. Now, manifestation sequence. To do your manifestation, it comes in a few stages. And when you use the Manifest Infinity program, it is already, the frequencies are programmed into this kind of stage. It's about an hour or so. So during this 1 hour, okay, do not just, put this on, turn on this one, and then go to the supermarket, do your shopping and all that, No, you cannot just let it vibrate and then not thinking about anything, or worse, is you wear this, you vibrate the program, and in your heart and in your mind is full of let's say anger towards somebody, okay, towards your own trauma, your negative thoughts, and all that is going to amplify that. You see? All right. So when you are vibrating and using the manifest programs, in that 1 hour, the 4 stages is taking place. So it will be good that you actually sit down, okay, go into your meditative state, or just sit still and receive the vibration. And as you receive the vibration, do some work mentally, planning. Okay, all this to take place at the same time. So it comes in 4 stages. The frequency, the delivery of the frequency is to first calm the mind. Okay, there are frequencies for grounding, for clearing, calm your mind and release your resistance. Then after that, when it brings you into the lower state, theta state, delta state, this is where you can do your subconscious programming. So you can be still, sit down there, okay? You can play affirmation statements, okay? You can have a piece of paper with all the affirmations that you want written there, and you read it to yourself, okay? Over and over and again. So these affirmation statements and the vibration will then go into your subconscious. So that's how you reprogram, by replacing. So you put in the affirmations that you want to replace the belief that you do not want. Okay, and you can also do visualization of your desired outcome. You can actually do your vision board. Either you want to cut and paste, or you can do what? You can use pen and paper, pencil, art. Just draw it out, draw out. Okay, yeah. You can dance if you want, if you find that you go into the flow and meditative states while you're dancing. Okay, yeah. And then the next stage is the activation and connection to seal the intention at the higher spiritual level. And that's where it allows you to actually connect to higher consciousness. And then the last part is actually good for what? Because it will be giving you frequencies at your beta gamma state so that your mind is active. So that's where you do your planning. Okay, plan your business while you are doing this at the office, when you are sitting down there doing your weekly planning or your monthly planning for your business. Okay, yeah, that's the last stage, to bring you to feel energized and plan. Okay, so now I choose frequencies that has this one, the percentage behind. Okay, initially they're all the very fast 10 seconds bursts. And then after that, it gives you 3 frequencies and then it shows you the percentage. These are the ones that I'll pay attention to. Okay, for example, if I'm watching the program as it goes along, I will pick up, I will record down all this, and then later on, I'll go and find out what is it that it is giving to me. Because each of you will get slightly different frequencies from what you're seeing here. Okay, I've used it, and these are the ones that I picked up for myself, what the Manifest Infinity program is giving me. This part here is important because this is the part where your field needs more time to do the correction. And these are the areas where the Healy is actually strengthening for me at that point in time. Okay. All right. So what did I get? I get 360 hertz. Okay. So this is to clear static stuck energy, okay, in my field, so that the intention can be transmitted clearly to my higher consciousness. For one, make it receptive, create a receptive state. Yeah, that means calm my mind without all the disturbances and all that. And then 2.67 kilohertz, that is where it activates the crown and the soul star. Soul star is about 30 cm above the crown. Okay, and these are the ones that open up the channel for you to connect with higher guidance, where you will get the guidance of how to grow and expand your business, okay? Or your projects, whatever that you're thinking of. So when you're using this, think of your project, think of the problems that you have, okay? And set the intention that, okay, guide me to find the solutions for this, for marketing, okay? For finding solutions, for finding money, resources for this, etc. Okay, yeah. So you get the higher guidance, and then you suddenly get a name. Hey, you should go and contact this person, call this person. Yeah. So this is where the higher guidance is actually talking to you. Okay, I also get 7.8. This is the Schumann. This is grounding. Okay, grounding to physical reality. Then there is 439 for the heart chakra, for peace, openness. 659 is connecting to higher realms. This is the one that allows you to experience miracles, you know, sometimes to be able to receive as well. 111, okay, planting seeds of manifestation. 440, create a clear and structured container for intention. What's the container? We are the container. Okay, so it creates a clear, structured container within us, inside us, so that we have clarity, we have stability, resolve guilt, fear. Yeah, fear to take the next step, guilt. Okay, divine alignment. Okay, and then rather than egoistic desires, meaning that as you do the planning, things like greed, okay, things like harming others, compromising on qualities, all that will not come into your plan because you are aligned to divine. So you'll be thinking about love, okay, how to care for the environment while you're doing something. Yeah. All right. Okay, so there are others like 3.5. So it moves into a delta theta. This is for reprogramming unsupportive beliefs that block your signal as you send out the signal to the universe. Okay, then you have 5 Hz, 5.5, implant intentions very deeply into your subconscious so that even while you're sleeping, okay, your intention is still active. All right, 20 to 30 hertz, this is to activate you. So after you do all the seeding, right, it will make you want to go and take action. Okay, it will put aside your fears, but you will feel inspired. You will want to take action. You want to take up the phone and call. You will do your name listing. You will do something. All right. Yeah. And then 50 hertz is for eureka, sudden insights. So it may be during that 1 hour while you're vibrating, but the eureka moments can come even later while you're eating, while you're talking to a friend, you know, since suddenly you get the download of your insights and solutions. Yeah. So it can happen within or outside that period of time. Okay, so that is manifest infinity. But if you don't have manifest infinity, then what do? You can actually use either Dr. Habdank or mind wave. Okay, now in Dr. Habdank, which is the abundance expert program here, it actually, later I'll show you the frequency. It is basically a sequence of delta frequencies, then they move to theta, then they move to alpha frequencies, and then beta, and then gamma. Okay, now if you have attended my previous session on mind wave before, okay, you will know that the 6 programs in mind wave, what is it? The 6 program in mind wave is actually all these frequencies. All right, so that means when you use the mind wave, you use them in this sequence. That means when you want to go into the calm state, the subconscious, and when you want to do your affirmations, okay, you do program 1, recreation, and you do the creativity program, which is your theta. Okay, then after that, when you want to do the planting of your intentions, you do program 3, relaxed awareness, which is the alpha state. All right, for beta, that is the action, planning the action, scheduling everything. That will be your beta. Beta is active attention and presence. So gamma is presence and cognitive ability. And that is when you are doing the thing itself. Okay, when you are having a meeting, when you are actually making your calls. Okay, that's where you can use your cognitive ability and your presence to do the call. Okay, so let's say if you are teaching, if you are giving a talk, whatever that you are doing that is related to the intention that you want to project, then use these programs to match what you are doing. Okay, now, so if you have Dr. Habdank, the abundance one, the frequency actually starts from 0.1, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and all that. This is the exact sequence. Okay, I didn't change. All right, now 0.1 to 0.4 is called the epsilon. And then 0.6, 0.8, this is under delta. The delta range, which is actually recreation. So you can use recreation. And then, yeah, all the way until 3 hertz. So all this is delta. Then after that, you get creativity. This is the theta waves. Okay. Then you have the alpha waves in relaxed awareness, 8 to 12. Then after that is active attention, beta. After the beta, you get all the gamma. Okay, so Gaia, gamma, gamma to higher gamma. And then beyond that is your lambda. Okay, so some are asking, where do you find the Dr. Habdank? This is under expert program. And it was given 2 or 3 years back. Okay, 2 or 3 years back, it was given. So when you buy the Healy device at certain promotion, okay, the Dr. Habdank is actually given to you as a free program. Okay, for example, if I remember correctly, is during one of the Chinese New Year's. Okay, yeah. So if you don't have, doesn't matter. If you don't have, you use the mind wave. All right, because the sequence of the frequency and the programs in the mind wave is similar. Okay, in fact, the cell wave actually has a wider range of these frequencies within all these brain waves. Okay, yeah. So if you don't have Dr. Habdank, use your mind wave programs. You can also achieve the same results. Okay, then next one is boost abundance. For those who have obsidian, all right, this is found in the obsidian. So you can use this. So when you use, what you can do is you can take note of the frequencies here when it comes out with all the percentages. So you can record down and then you can check with either ChatGPT, I use DeepSeek, and you can find out what they are for. Okay. Okay, those of you who didn't see mind wave you will only have if you get this. All right, mind wave comes with the Healy high wave. All right, yeah. So if you don't have, then use later on. Don't worry, there are other programs that you can use. Okay, mind wave is the new program. Mind wave, for those who do not know, mind wave comes with a Healy high wave when you buy them. Okay, so yeah. So Dr. Habdank is much older, a few years back already. Yeah. Okay, so the frequencies that you can find all these frequencies, all right? For you, when you use it, it may not be the same exact frequency because it all depends on your energetic field at the time when you are using, okay? So if, let's say, if it is, if you lack in certain areas, if you give, it will give you more frequencies in that particular area. All right, it will give you more frequencies in that area. Let's say if you need to calm down, it will give you more frequency for calming down. If you need frequency for taking action, it will give you more frequency for taking action. Okay, so if you need frequencies for, let's say, changing your subconscious or getting wisdom from higher consciousness, it will give you those frequencies. So it vary. All right, it will vary. Okay, so yeah. So this is just to show you what kind of frequencies is actually being given to you, so that your confidence in the programs will actually increase, so that you will see how useful it really is, why it is superior to manifesting without devices. Okay, when you manifest without devices, you do not know which are the gaps to actually close. So when you manifest with a program like this and with Healy, it actually know where is your gap and help you bridge the gap so that you can actually achieve your intention easier. All right. Okay. So let's say if a person has a fear, survival fear, scarcity, your bank account is going down, 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 down by the month, by the day. So you are so fearful. Okay, fearing of loss. It's like, what if I build this business again and then there is another pandemic or another financial crisis and then it crash again? How? Okay, so all these things are inside you. Okay, or not? So therefore, all this here is actually to calm you down, release all this so that you do not, when you build your business big and then this fear come and sabotage you again and then the whole thing collapse again. Okay, so this is to actually help you to shift your identity to receiving and enjoying abundance. Now, some of you can manifest a lot, but you have problem receiving. Okay, so that's why it didn't come, because you are resisting, you are rejecting. So you have to see how you actually receive things from other people. For example, all this. Okay, if I see a frequency says, oh, to align to receiving and enjoying abundance, it means that right now I can't. Okay, so it's telling me so that I know that, okay, I have difficulty with receiving. Because then I notice how I receive when people give me something, then it's like, okay, I must do something for the person. Okay, I must give something back to the person. Okay, yeah. And then sometimes other Healy will give you the message that, you know, when you receive something, you want to give back 10 times more than what you receive. That means you have a problem receiving and enjoying that abundance. So if you can't enjoy feeling rich and all that, if you feel guilty buying a bag that is expensive, okay, then the money won't come. Okay, so all these frequencies here, when you see them, write down and then go to the ChatGPT, Grok, DeepSeek, and all that to ask. Okay, what do all these frequency means for me in terms of boosting my abundance? Then it will tell you. Okay, so all these are from there. I ask and then it tells me. Okay, like if I get 432, is to calm my nervous system and align all my decisions. Okay, shift to feeling of gratitude. When I see this, I know, oh, okay, I need to look out for more goodness in my life and give gratitude. Okay, yeah, then you see it comes back again to receiving, make receiving and giving more effortless. So I have a difficulty with receiving. Okay, yeah. So, all right. Then 963, clear blockages so that you can get divine inspiration, etc. Okay, so if you don't have that, even if you don't have all four of that, doesn't matter. You still have the Healy coach, right? So you can still use the Healy coach. Don't worry. All right. So the devices, they give us so many programs that no matter how, okay, no matter which edition that you have, you will have something that you can use. All right. Okay. So the most common questions that I get from people using Healy Coach is, can you please check my statement? Do you think that I'm writing it correctly? Okay, and there was one person who came to me and said, I've been vibrating my statements using Healy Coach for almost X number of months. And in fact, I've been vibrating 24 hours, but I'm not seeing results. What is wrong with my statement? And I tell the person, there's nothing wrong with your statement. It's not about the statement. If you are still very preoccupied with the statement, how do I write? How do I write? You are asking the wrong question. Okay. All right. So I sat down and talked to the person, and then eventually the person realized what is actually preventing or interfering with your whole process of manifestation. Okay, so you have a box here where you can type anything you want. Okay, whatever that you want, you can type it in. Okay, whether do I type in something big or do I break it down? Actually, it all depends on your energy. Okay, see where your energy is. For some people, if I were to achieve, let's say 1 million, if I achieve it in 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, for some people it's easier that way. Okay, because why? The energy field can accept that and not reject that, then to straight away write 1 million in 1 year, then there's resistance in your subconscious, and then you can't get it. Okay, so you have to know yourself. You have to know where you are. Certain people can. They write in there 7 figure, they get 7 figure. Okay, yeah. So you have to know yourself. Okay, so you will get a chart like this. You can use all these statements. All right, so I use every single statement one by one and then do the analysis and then vibrate from there. All right, so I use this as well. Sometimes I will write my own statements if I want to. If I don't have any statement to write, I will just pick from here whatever that is related to business or abundance, and then I will just use that. Okay, all right. Okay, now to show you some statements that people have write. Okay, like here, this person write, I am happy that the universe brings wealth and abundance to me. Okay, before what date? That I have a job. It is not stated as I will have a job. is stated as if you already have the job. I have a job with whatever benefits that this person want. Okay, so you lay down all the benefits. All right. I am grateful to the universe for wealth and abundance. Okay, so you can put in there your gratitude. Okay, but most importantly, when you write, is imagine the ideal job. This is a person, let's say for your career, you want to springboard to another career, another job with higher salary, for example, or with all the benefits that you want. So be very clear first. What will be your next job that you want? Then put it down, okay, by when. And what happened to this person is, this person wanted a salary of 9,000 per month, okay, and work from home at least 2 days a week, all right? So he got the job. 2 days a week, work from home, salary 9,000. And how did the job come about? Okay, this person did not go and apply job, nothing. This person is currently in his current job, and he just write this statement and start vibrating. Do you know what happened? He had attended interview several years back in another company. And when he started vibrating this, that company a few years back who interviewed him actually called him to offer him a job where the vacancy currently is available for him. Okay? And the terms and conditions, they gave him everything that he wanted. He didn't apply for a job. The job came to him. Okay? So you have to be open to miracles happening like that. So it's not so much about effort. Less effort. Think about less effort. All right? Now this one here, this person has an apartment and then wanted to rent out the rooms within the apartment. All right. So the client profile he created is actually using building. Okay. He put in his home information and then he vibrated for the house. Okay. So this person wrote the statement as if he's the house. I am happy that I can be rented out. I is the house. So it's the house talking here. I'm happy that I can be rented out to tenants who take care of me as their home. So this is stating what kind of tenants you want. You want tenants who will take care of your house, right? I help my owner, with the name of the property owner, to earn a rental of how many dollars per month, and all the rooms within the house successfully being booked. Okay, sorry, typo error there. Being booked or being rented out before a certain date. I accept love and care from the tenants. Okay. And the outcome was, okay, the total rent was actually 4.2K per month with all the desired tenants inside. Okay, so you may ask, so do I write as the property owner, use my own profile or use the home? It does not matter. Okay, it does not matter. So you can use your own profile. You are the owner of the house and ask for the same thing, but phrase differently. Now is you are asking it, or you can create a profile of the building of the home and write the statement as if the home is asking for it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so don't be too uptight about that. Okay, next one is this one. This person is doing sales. All right, you want to increase your sales. I'm happy that the universe brings clients to me. Okay, bring clients to me. Not as that I go and look for clients. The universe will bring clients to me before a certain date and time. Okay, now you will ask, do I put in the time? It doesn't matter. Okay, you can just put in the date, even without the time, but this person put in date and time. Okay, that these 6 ambulance vehicles. So this person is actually selling ambulance vehicles. Okay, so these 6 were sold at a total price of how much? by the name of the company. So he owns the company. So he put down the company name, company address. I am grateful to the universe for everything. And what happened was all the 6 vehicles were actually sold to a single company, a single client, one company. Full price, no negotiation, no discount, nothing. It was the price that he asked for. So he vibrated on the 24th of that month and he got the money, everything completed, transaction completed, get paid on the 28th. So in 4 days, all right, from the time he wrote the statement, vibrate, and then complete the transaction, got all the money within 4 days. Yeah. So if we are doing sales, okay, if we are doing projects, tendering for projects and all that, you can do that. Or seed funding, all right, investor to fund his or her project. So it was a competition where I think it's something like a Shark Tank or something like that. Okay, but it's slightly different where there are different business owners who will go and pitch. You know, they will pitch their projects. And then before she went, she actually put down in the Healy coach that she will get the first in the competition. And she got the first. Okay, she got the first in the competition. All right, 300,000 was what she got for her seed funding. Okay, so for me, myself, like let's say for my books, okay, for my Healypedia, I wanted a platform for ebooks, you know, and you know what happened? Through a friend who just came back from somewhere, wanted to meet me, the friend called me, and in the process of the lunch meeting talking, okay, this digital platform was surfaced and I managed to engage somebody to create the digital platform for me. Okay, and the price was within my budget. So that was good. Okay, or not? So even your Healy business for your rank promotion, right? So I use the Healy coach, put in my statement what I want, okay, from senior director to executive director. So I had 2 active legs and I needed the third leg. Okay, so I put it in and then the third leg just appeared. But you have to do the work. I have to do the work. I have to make calls. I have to take action. I have to plan. But somehow, okay, somehow things happen and then team starts to move and I completed the challenge. Okay, now, all right? Okay, so you can use that, put it down exactly what you want, be very clear first what you want and put it down there. Okay, so that is Healy Coach. Now there is another module, I do not know how many of you know, there is a Healy Business Coach. The one that I show you just now is the Healy Success Coach. So this is a Healy Business Coach. You can also use this, but this one requires subscription. If you don't subscribe, you don't get it. You have to subscribe monthly. Now, inside here, there is a business coach analysis here. All right. So this is how it looks like. So it will do the analysis, but unlike the success coach, this one here analyzes skills, your skill set that is related to doing business or your career. Okay, so it's not generic like the success coach. This one is more targeted towards business skills. So you can see here goals, marketing, lead generation, mindset, upline support, downline support, obstacles to team building, okay, how to manage your team, etc. So they are very, very skill specific. So this is the difference compared to the earlier one. All right, so the same thing after you analyze, you can then pick the areas that you want to further analyze. And then after you analyze it, you will come up with a statement. Okay, and this statement here, don't just do the vibration, because read the statements, and this is how, when you are, let's say, vibrating your manifest and all that, this part here is the planning, right? How do you plan? Now, when you look here, like goals here, right? This is what I should be planning. So if this is mine, for example, improve your product presentation skills. So if I'm to improve my product presentation skills, I have to sit down and identify which part of the product presentation that I have to improve. Okay. Now, whatever your business, let's say now I'm using Healy as a business. Maybe it's my Zoom. Maybe when I talk to client, all right, maybe I spend too much time talking about the science. So I need to bring it back to the pain point of that person. I need to make it more personal, more practical, okay? Or I need to show more of the analysis of how it is relevant to them. Okay, so that means that when I use the earlier manifestation, as I sit down, this module here will tell me what do I think about. So I'll think through my product presentation. Okay, or if I get my partner to sit in when I'm talking to my client, okay, I ask my partner, what you need to do is your job is to list down areas for improvement. Okay, maybe you talk too fast or you talk too slow or you're so boring, because when you talk, there's no warmth, there's no excitement and all that. So it becomes very detached, or you didn't share your product testimonial. You just went in straight into the product, so the person will tell you, these are the areas to improve. Share your personal experience first. Okay, then as you talk, remember to smile. Okay, so these are all improvements in the product presentation. So that's where they actually point out to you where to improve. Okay, if it states here, you expand internationally. So if you want to grow your business, you have to expand internationally. So you may actually sit down with your team and then think, okay, which country, where, who do you have? What means you want to expand? Okay, consistent. If let's say consistent follow up, then what happened is list down who are the people that you have neglected or you haven't spoken to for so long. Okay, pick up the phone call. Have you been using the Healy? How has it been? Share with me a positive experience that you have. So follow up. Okay, ethical practices. Okay, yeah. So what happened? Think through your practice. All right. Have you been too pushy? Maybe you changed a little bit. Are you too pressurized by wanting to go up the rank that uh, you are pushing too much? So this is where you need to look at your practice. Okay. And then because it's always about highest good, right? And then your culture, your team culture, if it states here, okay, you need to look into creating a positive team culture. So look at how you can actually do that. Are you having your weekly meetings? Should you have once a month a feasting session? Okay, yeah. So think something along the way. So it gives you ideas of where to approach. Okay, so let's say if it comes out marketing tools, and then if it comes out here, wow, 95% in terms of priority, online advertising. Online advertising, that means which are the social media platforms? If you haven't used any, so maybe you can start considering, okay, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X, okay, whatsoever, which one is suitable for you. You have to know your strengths, which are the how to say, platform that will best bring out your message, your style. Okay, so that people know who you are. If you want to expand and then you don't have people overseas, you have to go to social media to show yourself. Right? All right, to increase your visibility so that you can reach to new prospect, so that when people search, then they can end up in your social media channel, right? So yeah, you see, Healy is there to tell you where to go about. Email marketing. So if you already currently have a pool of client database, if you are selling certain products and you have a legitimate client database, then you might actually think of email marketing. Maybe you haven't thought of how to craft your message to actually talk to people. Send, let's say, testimonials, okay, in words, in video forms, send, if you have a YouTube channel, you know, share the video through email to your contacts. You know, who knows, they might watch the video and end up purchasing from you. Customer engagement, build strong relationship with them. Okay, user generated content, use your clients. This is testimonial. So it says that your marketing tool is go and get testimonials. All right, so you have a lot of downlines, you have a lot of clients, right? Those that have good experience. Okay, do customer engagement, call them, all right? And then ask them, okay, do you have a good experience? Share with me, and then do a video recording. Then after that, you can use this testimonials, okay, to put it on your website, okay, put it on your channels, etc., and all that. So these are ideas, you know, webinar or online presentation. So if you have never done a single Zoom presentation before, try it. Okay, go and do it. So this is where your guilt, your fear, your everything will come, right? It's like, oh, I don't look good on camera, you know, I'm camera shy. Actually, Zoom is easiest because you can't see the audience, you only see the screen. And that's where I started, because it's less intimidating than on site where you can see all their faces. Okay, all right. So you see or not, use the tools to actually help you. Don't just analyze already, then vibrate. But you are not working on the suggestions that's given here. Okay, so that's where you still need to be more directed in your approach. All right, I'm using Healy as an example, but it's applicable to all the businesses that you have. Even if you're self-employed, you can still use this kind of approach. All right, okay, now let's go to MagHealy. In MagHealy, we use these 4 programs: energy clearing, prosperity, coherence, under the atmosphere, and then the business. Okay, now, which is the sequence? The sequence is first energy clearing. Start with energy clearing. All right. Previously, I said start with your personal, right? Whatever trauma that you have, remove them first. Okay. This is space clearing. Your office, if you have a home office, your home office. If you have your workstation, go to your workstation. Okay, now, right? So clear the energy phase, create a clean space. And this also include rubbish scattered all over in your space. You have to clear that. Not just using the MagHealy to clear the space. All right, remove rubbish, remove things that are dead, a lot of dead space and all that. No, create a nice office, create a nice environment. Even if you do Healy business, where we are business from home, right? So clean up your space. Okay, energy clearing, very important. Then you do the prosperity. Now, prosperity is not about just turning it on 24 hours and then letting it run, you know, and nobody is there. Somebody will tell me that, oh, I left my MagHealy at home running prosperity, and then I'm outside, you know, I went to work and my MagHealy is at home. Will it work or not? No, it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. Because why? The atmosphere program, when you put it there, is actually interacting with you, although it's not on your body. Okay, it's for everybody who sits there, you know. So if there are 4 or 5 people, everybody is actually getting the frequencies that's coming from prosperity. But prosperity program is not about making you rich. It has the set of frequency, the work that I mentioned just now. Okay, if you don't have the manifest infinity that I talked to you, you can use the prosperity and do the process of sitting down there, calm yourself. After you calm yourself, okay, create your mental picture of what you want to achieve, and then do all your planning while you're turning on the prosperity, because the frequencies are similar. Okay, but they will give it to you in slightly different sequence. All right, different programs, slightly different sequence. Okay, yeah. So make sure that when you turn on the prosperity, you are seated there, not turn it on and then you are somewhere else. Okay, now there are people who brought the prosperity to their office. Let's say you are employed, okay, you go to your office and then you put it down there, and then you are several colleagues over there. People ask me, could it be possible that when I turn on the prosperity program, that other people can actually benefit from my prosperity program? Yes, because it is an atmosphere program, meaning that it interacts with whoever within that 2-meter radius from the device. So let's say if you're seated in a cubicle, opposite you, you have your colleague, then you have your left, right, and all that. And then in your office, you run your prosperity. They all benefit. All those who are within the scope of the device, they all benefit. Then you know what happened? He said that why is it that when I run prosperity in my office, my colleagues' sale went up, my mind didn't. Okay, this is the arrow, the arrow. So if the prosperity is in the office and your colleague is the one who is more intentional than you, if your colleague is always thinking, planning about the business and all that, the prosperity vibration is helping him more than it helps you, because your arrows are scattered all over the place. Your intentions are not there. You are worried about all the gossips that's taking place in the office more than sitting down and planning. You see or not? So somebody actually benefited. Okay? Yes. Okay, so it can be quite interesting when you hear from different people. Now, after you run prosperity, must do coherence, because coherence is where body, mind, soul starts to become aligned. Okay, eat, sleep, think, dream, everything all aligned. That's when you are coherent. That's one. And when you are coherent, body, mind, soul, your message to the universe and your practice, your thoughts and everything is all aligned. And when the energy is aligned, manifestation takes place. Okay? Use it in this sequence. Clear space, do the prosperity. After your planning, everything, run the coherence. Okay? All right. You can do it in a meeting room. All this, you can use it in the meeting room. Somebody asked question like, in a meeting room, is it the same? Yes. Go early. If you are the one conducting the meeting, especially if you are the CEO and you want everybody in the group to cohere with your intention and goal, or your sales target, if you are head of department, sales department, for example, go early to the meeting room, clear the energy. It can be as good as 15 minutes, 20 minutes, run the prosperity, okay? And then after that, you run the coherence. Go in this sequence, all right? In hospital or clinic, it means what? It means that you are working in a hospital or clinic environment, yes. It doesn't matter where, all right? If you're working in a hospital and clinic, all the more you're going to do energy clearing because of so much low energy around you. Okay, now business program. Now, how do you get business program? Only when you subscribe. When you subscribe to the Healy Business Coach, the highest one, there are 3, 1, 2, 3, the highest one, then you will get the business program in your MagHealy. Okay, I'm using right now, earlier when I first started, I use self-confidence. I like to use self-confidence when I am about 20 minutes before I start the Zoom. I get nervous. Okay, so when I start, it's a bit wobbly. So when I use self-confidence, I find that when I talk, I'm more forceful, I'm more stable, my sentences and all that, my thoughts and all that is more stable. My delivery has more punch than when I don't use it. When I don't use it at the start, the first 20 minutes, I'm a bit wobbly. Okay, so after the self-confidence finish, this is when you put on the belly one. Okay, so right now I am playing determination because I'm talking about manifestation. So I need more power, more determination. Okay, yeah. So when you set a goal, you can do this while you are setting the goal. Then after that is when you are practicing it on the day when you have to go out and meet your clients and all that, right? You can use self-confidence when you're driving there, on your way there. Use determination when you're having your breakfast. Okay, so that when you go there, when you reach there, when you talk, people can sense your feel, the confidence, you know, more than sense your energy, more than your speech. Okay or not? All right. So leadership strengths, if you're a CEO and you're talking to all your heads, all your executive people, community, and then business acumen is you use before you actually go and suss out an opportunity. People tell you that this is a good project. Okay, this is let's say if you're in property investment and or you're buying acquisition of property and all that, you use business acumen first before you go and sense that opportunity, whether it's good or not. Okay, I'll show you a few. Okay, prosperity, I won't talk too much because it's repetition from the earlier. All right, so it break out your stagnant energy, your struggle, your survival consciousness. Survival consciousness is your existential one, your money. All right, yeah. Then 888 is the actual money frequency. So this is to amplify attraction of money, abundance, 888. And I see a lot of 888 most of the time. Okay, 852, your intuition to perceive opportunity. Okay, let's say somebody send you a proposal, you vibrate prosperity while you are reading the proposal. Okay, so that intuitively it's not just the words or the data that they present to you, but your intuition about this particular proposal. Work, can work, cannot work, where are the risks? Okay, so all these kind of things will get into your senses. You know, it looks good, but somehow if your intuition tell me that it's too risky, all right, or this person is not trustworthy, or this team or this company is not trustworthy, you trust your intuition. All right, so that you do not jump into the wrong investment and then lose your money again. Okay, yeah, so 963, awaken the true abundant nature, and then 432, smooth flow of money, 42.5, being grounded rather than a bit spacey. Okay, what else? 528, yeah, shift from scarcity. There is a lot of opportunities, you know, that means don't panic. That means when you let's say go and evaluate an opportunity in your mind, is like, okay, if I miss this opportunity, then I don't have another one and all that. No, all this will be gone. Okay, that there are plenty of opportunities and only the good opportunities come to you. All right, that will become your affirmation. Okay, what else? Yeah, prosperity is safe. Sometimes as you get more and more and more money, you have more and more fear. So this one helps you to feel safe with money. Okay, co-create with universal intelligence. Okay, then creativity for new business ideas, heal from financial betrayals. Yeah, all those scam and losses and all that, those are financial betrayals. Okay, and then old hurts with people and all that. Yeah. Okay, then business programs. They have this one. They have the affirmations as well. So you can select affirmations that is related to your business and whatever that you want. And then they will scan and then tell you which are the areas. Okay, so it will tell you which program to use. After it comes out, then you see whichever one is the highest. So you use those. So you can use prosperity first, and then after that use team player. Then after that use business acumen. You can let the device do the selection for you, or you can select based on the activity that you want to do for that particular day. Okay, motivational boost is good. Let's say if you feel like, I don't feel like moving. Okay, yeah, that's the one you use. Okay, let's say leadership strength. Okay, these are the frequencies that you can receive. 135 here. This is for people who are into logistics. Okay, to look at the R&D 384 kilohertz. And then 5.56 is good for manufacturing, heavy duty stuff. And then 87.5 is to be able to predict the future. Okay, to know the trend, to know what you're supposed to do. 66.6 is like the conductor, you know, to, as a leader, as a team, get your team together and all that. And then 26.9 kilohertz will help you to be a driver. Okay, make very decisive actions and all that. Yeah, so solve problems, get things done, go into the nitty-gritty, you know, R&D, precision stuff and all that. They have frequency for everything. For visionary, for future thinking, for market insight, to pioneer new markets. 350, your strategy, okay, to help you in your strategy. 90, yeah, to make decisive action under pressure. Execute things on time when you have to deliver something, or when you have a tight budget. How do you work around your tight budget? Okay, and then this one, 66.3 and 7 hertz is for resilience when things are difficult. Yeah, you know, when a lot of factors are changing, let's say during the COVID or during some pandemic, things are moving, you know. One day this can be the price. Next day when you want to buy something, the price has changed. So you have to like, okay, go in now, do it now and all that. So you have to provide that leadership. So leadership strength. All right. I'm not sharing all, I just pick a few. Okay, like business acumen. If let's say you are rebuilding a new business, now is the time, let's say you are selecting different business opportunities. Where shall I go? Where shall I start? So this business acumen is the one that helps you to actually attract business opportunity. And then it helps you to have EQ, emotional intelligence, to work with relationships, okay, to set goals, and then to make decision under pressure. Sometimes opportunity comes and it costs millions and you have to make decisions. Do I sign on the dotted line and then a few millions are involved? So there's under pressure. Okay, new initiative, how to pivot your business. Let's say the environment is shifting, changing. Now it's all AI. How then do you pivot your business to bring in more AI, to use AI to help your business expansion, to use AI to reduce costs? All these things, all this is under your business acumen. Okay, use the business acumen. So there's also prosperity here. If you don't have any of the rest, over here they also have. So that's why you see the prosperity programs is all, I use different ones just to see the difference. Is the same things that I mentioned, just to show you that you will see some frequencies repeated. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now comes to the part. I've done all this. People will say, okay, after I follow your your advice, I follow your instructions, I do. I vibrate already, and I do with my intention. It's like, it's still not happening. Nothing is happening. What else could be the problem? Okay, and this is the one that I spoke to the other person. All right, vibrate with intention, but why are things not moving? Now, you have to know that whatever that you want, your desire, anything that you want, anything that you can even think of, anything that you can imagine, the moment you imagine it, the moment you think it, is already there energetically, but it's holographic. Holographic. It's like energetic, it's energy, feels, and all that now. It's there already. Okay. Now, what is manifestation? So when you think of something, the moment you think of something, it existed energetically in holographic form. So now manifestation is to bring that, because whatever you think is energetic, is in the higher dimension, you got to bring it down to the lower dimension, third dimension. So manifestation is basically causing the energy to solidify into dense properties, material. into the material world. How to do it? How to do it when it's in the energetic state. Okay, now, there was one lady, she came to me and she said, I want to manifest money to buy a car. So whether it's whatever car, sports car or your dream car, whatever car it is. So I said, okay, good. So she said, how to do it? So I asked her, what type of car or model or brand or whatsoever that you have in mind? So she told me it's XYZ. So I said, okay, good. So I asked, what color is your car? She looked at me. "Huh? What do you mean? Why do you ask this question? What color is my car? I just told you I want to manifest the car. I don't have a car yet. I haven't bought it yet. So she said, I don't know. I haven't bought it yet. So I said, this is the problem. Why you still don't have a car? You have the brand XYZ, but you still do not know what color is your car. Okay. I said, have you test drive your dream car? She looked at me, she's like, huh? You only go for a test drive when you have the money to go and pay the deposit and buy, right? So it's like if your money is still like far away from affording that dream car, it's like who would dare to go and test drive? I want this car and I want to test drive. And then after you test drive, then you tell the sales agent, it's like, okay, I'm not buying yet. So a lot of people, because of their face, you won't do that, right? That's the problem. Okay, that's why you cannot materialize it. To materialize something that you think of is, first is you got to see it first, right? You know your brand. Okay, you ask me what color. Okay, straight away tell you, oh, okay, it's gonna pink, it's gonna be bright red, okay, or it's gonna be yellow, it's gonna be green, it's gonna be black, and all that. Yeah, and then go and test drive, go and feel the car, feel what it's like inside the car. So I said that every morning when you go to your car, imagine from far when you see your car, although is that the small little car that you have and all that, when you see, what do you see? See your dream car and then open the car, be so proud, you know, as if you're going to your car. All right. So you want the car door that opens up instead of open sideways. Imagine your car door is opening up there. And then when you put the key into the ignition, or nowadays you don't use key, you just press the button. Oh, boom. Feel the engine. Okay. If it's a Tesla, it's an electric car and all that, feel it. Okay. So as you're driving, feel as if you're driving your dream car. So that means whatever that you have imagined and all that, right? Okay. The only reason why you're not having it is because you can't have that attachment. Okay. So to materialize it, you have to feel it as if you are there here and now. It's here with you here now. Okay. Now, there are also people to ask that when I manifest, if I have a few things in mind, do I lump them all together and manifest all at the same time? Or do I do one at a time? It all depends, okay? It depends on your energy. It depends on your ability to focus. It depends on the urgency, okay? For example, this lady has two properties, all right? Two properties. One is a landed property and the other one is a condominium, all right? So what she wants to do is she wants to sell the landed property and then move into her condominium. But what happens is the condominium is currently occupied by her daughter. So she wants the daughter to buy another apartment, another condominium within the same compound. you know, whether it's the same building, different building, doesn't matter, but same compound, want to live together nearby. Okay, but the daughter is not urgent about buying or moving out. Okay, but for her it's urgent because she has to sell the landed property before a certain date, because after that date the government impose property stamp duty on your profit. So she does not want to pay a tax on the profit, so she wants to sell before that date, and it's coming soon. She only have about 2 months before it happens. Now in this scenario, she cannot do one at a time. She cannot like go and visualize, let me sell my property first. Okay. And then after I finish selling my property, okay, go and manifest my daughter moving out and a daughter buying another property. And then after that, one thing at a time. In this case, it cannot. She has to do all at once. So she came to me and she said the same question. How do I write my statement for Healy Coach if my situation is like that? Okay, so this lady, she is very articulate. Her communication skill is very good. And she tell me so clearly, like what I told you just now, whatever she wanted. I said, there, exactly. I said, write exactly what you tell me just now. The exact event that you want, put it down there. So she put it down there. Okay, sell this house before a certain date. Her daughter will find another unit within her daughter's budget. Daughter will vacate the house, she will move into the house. 3 months later, I saw her and she was smiling. She said, everything happened so smoothly. And everything, all the transaction completed on the day, the night, 8 p.m., before the implementation of the new policy the next day. She said everything was so smooth. It's like, wow, she said it was such a complicated thing. And her daughter found an apartment a few floors below her exact apartment, same building, okay, and within the daughter's budget. And everything was so smooth, all at once. It can be done. And it's only like in a 2-month kind of timing. She did everything. Okay, so it can be all at once if her energy is so focused like this person. All right. And in this situation, it does not work for her one at a time. Yeah. So you have to see if you have multiple and you want to do all at once, can. Okay. Your energy must be so focused. You must be able to align all the arrows together without feeling all the stress. Because if the stress comes in, everything, your arrow is going all over the place if you do not know how to hold your energy. Okay, so if you're a beginner, if you're new in terms of conscious manifesting, you better do one first. Get the hang of it and then move into bigger and bigger and bigger manifestation. Okay, now, so if you vibrate with intention and it's not happening as you wish or is partial, like what I said just now, it's partial, it's slow and everything, it has to do with the clarity of your intention. Yes, I have intention, but yeah, I want a lot of money. Okay, like I want $1 million. A lot of people say I want $1 million, but when you ask the person, why do you want that $1 million and what do you want that $1 million for? That's where people start. I don't know. How are you going to spend that $1 million? Okay, so that is a lack of clarity. That is like, okay, it's specific, you want 1 million, but the lack of clarity is, what is this 1 million for? Okay, if you do not know what this money is for, you don't have that tangibility and the feeling what that 1 million is going to translate into in your life and how you're going to feel about it. Okay, now let's say if you are seeking for business opportunity or ideas, it's like, yeah, I want to make 1 million, Okay, but you are exploring opportunities. So one opportunity, somebody gave you one opportunity, you look at it, it's like, oh, this is good. And then somebody else tell you another opportunity after 6 months. And you say, hey, yeah, maybe that is a better one. If that is going to give me more money than this one and all that. So that is not clarity. That is very shaky and shifting. You're shifting. You're shifting here, shifting there, shifting here. One moment I want to do Healy business. Next moment I want to do another business. I want to do property business. I want to buy this. I want to do that. I want to invest in this. I want to invest in that. So in the end, your arrows are all over the place. Okay. Now, some of you may think that I do not know which one will work out. Okay. Right now, there are 5 opportunities or 6 opportunities. There's 6 doors, right? Right now, there are 6 doors. Why not I dabble in all 6 and see which one work out and then I go there? It's not going to work. Because your arrow will go all over the place, because the 6 different things that you are engaged in is going to pull you in all different directions. Okay? And if you cannot juggle the 6 things properly, all the balls is going to fall to the floor. Okay? It's going to drop. So by focusing on too many things, too many ideas and all that, it's not giving you clarity, is not allowing all your arrows to come together. You are being pulled in too many directions. It doesn't work. So if you want to work on something for 6 months and then it's like, I vibrate really, I try really, I don't see anything. Okay, I'm going to change to the next one. The problem here is the money is not in the opportunity. The money is in you, is in your energy field. Okay, so that's why we tend to listen to people where the opportunity is, instead of listening to your inside to tell you where your real big money is. So what we do is we end up chasing. We end up chasing instead of looking at your talent, looking at what you're good at, what you're passionate at, and how you're going to develop this into a unique opportunity for yourself. Okay? So it's the clarity. When you don't have clarity, when you try this, dabble this, and all those things, I mean, I've been there once. I also do all these things. Whatever I tell you, I've been there. I talk about it because I know it. I've been there. Okay? Then I realized that is this crystal clear. Your mind intention has to be crystal clear, like a diamond. Why is it so precious? Why is it so expensive? Because it's crystal clear, without any debris, without any residue inside. That's where the shines come. The shine come from within you. You are that opportunity. You are the one that is going to shine out. Okay? So when you build your career, your business, and all that, pick one. That means you have to pick your lane. You know, you choose your lane already, you can switch lane. But after you switch lane, you still need to stick to one lane. Okay now. You cannot like every 6 months, every 2-3 years switch lane. So therefore, that's why you have to go inward to find out which lane really belongs to you. Okay, it's like a crystal formation. How do crystal forms? Crystals are so beautiful. All right. How do they form? You need first a super saturated solutions. Like let's say salt. You take water, you put salt in until you cannot dissolve anymore. That's called super saturated. That means when you have an idea, when you have an opportunity, when you have chosen what business you want to do, you have to saturate yourself. Eat, sleep, dream, everything is all about this idea, this business that you want to grow and develop. Okay? You have to be crystal clear that is worth your time, is worth your whole life putting everything into this one thing that you want to grow. Okay? So that is the seed. The seed is that little thing that here you want to grow. Okay? And then you will attract like-minded people, your tribe, okay, your people who resonate with you to cluster, to form that organization. Okay, now, so like Healy, right? One layer after another, your clients, and they bring in other clients and all that. So that's how you grow your crystals layer by layer, layer by layer, until it becomes big. So your business is also the same thing. You have to be totally sold out for your business and your business ideas and whatever that you want to build. Then only you will be able to attract people who love your energy towards that idea or that business, and you cluster. Okay, so your executive committee or your executive team members is the one that cluster to form the first seed crystal, and then after that you grow. Okay, grow locally and then you expand internationally. Okay, all right, so this is how it is. But it starts from being very, very crystal clear. If you're not clear and then halfway after 6 months you change again, it won't work. Okay, now how do you materialize things is, this is what Neville Goddard says. Okay, the only reason you do not have what you desire is because you are still believing that you are a part of it. That means you are here and what you want is here. Two different locality. Okay, now, so what Neville Goddard says is that if you want to materialize what you want quickly, it means that what you want must be here and now. Okay, yeah. But most of the time, when we have intention, right, we focus on what we see is our lack, our gap, G-A-P, gap. All right. So wherever you have, then your fear, you magnify, oh, I'm too scared. No lah, my voice not nice. I shouldn't talk. Okay. I don't have knowledge. I'm a new user, I'm a beginner. I cannot share. Okay. So what happens is you're focusing on all the gap. So you amplify and you're attracting more and more of the gap. So if you go and meet the client and if you think that I do not know how to operate the Healy very well, is you're going to project that, you see. So how would people like that kind of energy? They won't feel confident buying from you. Okay. So if I am part of it, for example, right now I'm executive director. Let's say the next rank that I want, intend is, let's say, a vice president or executive president, which means that now I have to behave like that. Okay. That means although I am not there yet, I will behave like that. That means my energetically, I'm already in coherence with what I want. Okay, meaning that when I'm seated here talking to all of you, right, what is my mindset? I'm not talking as executive director. I'm putting on, how would a vice president talk? How would the Healy executive president talk? Okay, so I already encompass that kind of confidence. Then I imagine, all the listeners who are out there, okay, thousands of them. They are from different countries, Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan, India, Europe and all that. Yeah, I imagine, okay, I already feel that, my downlines, my clients are all over the place. My organization is huge. I already am there. Okay, that means you believe that you are there. You think like that. You're like your future self that you want to be. You feel, and you're already doing it. You're already executing it, working and doing as if you assume that person really. All right. So I already am who I desire. Let's say you are size XL. Yeah, if you want to slim down, okay, how many of you will go to the shopping center and buy size M and put in your wardrobe? Okay, it's like we want to slim down, but it's like it's very crazy, right? Let's say you go to the supermarket, you're XL, you go there and then you say, yeah, I want to buy M. Then people will look at you, why are you doing that? But if you're energetically coherent with what you want, that's what you want, that's what you're going to do. There is like, yeah, I know it's going to happen. That's why I buy the M. It's already in my wardrobe. Every day I put it on. You see or not? Okay, but we are different, you know. We see it's like even if you're already very good, right, very slim, right, you find a lot of your faults. We see a lot of all our faults, all our negative beliefs, all our whatever. Okay, so if you want to manifest, you have to do the other way around. That means even when your reality is not there yet, okay, you live as if your reality is here with you. This is the difficult part. Okay, all right. Now I took this picture in one of my walk, and I was amazed when I walked past. I was like, oh, okay, how come there's an underwater bridge? Okay, now. So if you want to manifest energetically, you got to align, really, really align. Your inner world, what you have inside you, must aligned, and then your outer world will materialize faster and faster and faster and faster. Okay, until if I turn the picture upside down, you can't tell that the picture is upside down. Okay, you can't tell. Your inner state and outer state becomes exactly the same. That's the meaning of energetic alignment. Okay, but what can blur your picture? What can blur your picture? Huh? How come it's not changing yet? Huh? Okay, what can blur your picture? The outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Or I can say that your outer state right now, whatever that you see right now, if there are a lot of things happening and chaotic, is actually indicating or showing, reflecting to you that your inner state is also like that. Okay? And when you paint your future, what is going to be like, you see it clearly in your mind. That's why we have to keep in a calm, confident state. Now, what can blur the reflection on this water is wind. When the wind blows, then you'll see tiny little ripples form, and what happens is the image blurs, right? What is the wind in your life? These are the noise from outside. When you have an idea, people telling you, no lah, Healy is so expensive, nobody will buy one. You know, Healy is too far ahead, people are not ready for it. Da, 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 da. Okay, whatever that you want to do, no lah, risky. Da, 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 da. So that's the wind. Okay, that blurs your image. Whatever that you want, then all these people will come and then they will create ripples, and then your image become blur, 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 blur. So you can't hold that energy. Now, what's pebbles? You know, when you look at very, very calm water, right, you can see right through underneath, and then you can see your face, your reflection. But if somebody were to drop a pebbles, then you see the ripples forming, and then your image disappear. The pebbles are thoughts, the negative thoughts. So this is the image I want to leave you with. That when you are manifesting something, when there is a negative thought that says guilt, fear, I don't deserve this, it's impossible, it's too difficult, and all that, these are like you throwing pebbles into your ideal intended image, okay, and causing it to blur. So that's why I ask you to do the first part first, which is to clear away your trauma. And while you're doing this, don't just do all the manifest and all these programs that I mentioned today. You have to continue to catch, be aware when the pebbles come, when the wind comes. Okay? Now, if you have circling thoughts, every moment you are having that existential fear, not enough money. Okay? If you keep thinking in your mind, it's like you take a stick and you put into the water and you stir and stir and stir and stir, and you are creating a lot of all the debris, all everything to come out. And then your image will be gone. Not only gone, it will become so muddy and cloudy and dirty. And then you will be looking at your current situation where you are struggling. Okay? So to have and to maintain that energetic alignment, to know that, okay, this is what you want, and stay at it while you're using all this, is to keep all these ripples away. So your water must be as calm as possible. Then that reflection of the 3D and the actual reflection looks exactly alike. Okay, so this is how we use all the different tools to help us. Okay, all right. Okay, so manifesting is not easy, but keeping away all these weeds to have the garden that you desire, the garden that you design, your blueprint. You have to very, very, very clear about your blueprint. Every day thinking about it. As you think and do and dream about it, everything aligns. It's like putting all your arrow and all your energy in that direction. It becomes laser sharp and you get things very easily. Okay, somebody used Manifest Infinity and she said, it's so scary. You know, she said, I manifested in the morning and that same day I manifested whatever I wanted. People say it's so scary. My reply was, that's the way it is meant to be. It becomes instantaneous manifestor when you're very, very clear. It can speed things up a lot. Okay, all right. Okay, so you see, we have already like accustomed to things taking time to actually develop that. We think that it's scary when something happens so instantaneously. It can. Okay, how to speed things up? The more focus, intent, clear about what you want, the easier it is for you to achieve that something. Okay, it does not take months and years. It can be collapse timeline. Okay, so next week, Petra will talk to you about using Alaskan gem elixir to stabilize your energy and the chakra. It's very important, the chakra, because I said earlier, if you remember, that when there are so many things that go all over the place, it's not to jump around like a crazy person to go and handle everything, but actually is to come back to your center and be still. And once you stabilize your energy, everything, all the ripples around you will stop. Be still. It's very important. Then you won't be like a crazy person. Then you won't be stressed because your control is here. The outside is only a reflection. It's telling you that, hey, things are haywire. Okay, then when you see things are haywire, don't go into out and action, straight away come back to your center. Okay, so to manifest is to reach out to your higher consciousness, right? That's why your chakra is very important. Okay, you got to reach, you must clear the channel so that your energy can align to the higher consciousness and pull down the energetic intention that you want into the 3D dimension. All right. So subsequently, the next month, there will be 2 more sessions about how to connect upwards so that your channel to higher consciousness is open, reachable. All right. So spiritual growth in November, chakra and the aura. Okay. All right. So for those who are new, you can go to the Healy Academy. This is to make known to you. The Healy Academy is available for you to learn more basics. Okay. Take more time to learn all this. Okay. And when you're equipped, then we can be in partnership with Marcus to reach out to more Healy users. But first, I want you to experience the goodness of using Healy and MagHealy to transform your life. If you use it properly, and if you use it with all the intention that you want, your life will change. Okay, you will see life in a totally different picture. And the more people use it, our collective intention, okay, and the attention will actually change the world. All right? Okay. All right. It's a very long session today. So I can't take too many questions. Any questions? Nithya, you raise your hand. You have a question to ask? Yes.
Can you hear me, Christi?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you so much for the lovely and such an eye-opening session, Christi. I'll just put my questions very quickly. When we're talking about the Healy coach analysis, how many in that wheel we'll be seeing the patterns, right? So in that wheel, how many areas I have to choose? Only one area or two sections I have to choose in the wheel coach
Up to
analysis?
you. Yeah, up to you. This is where you have to use your intuition. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Some
Second question.
will say, some want to be very focused. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about my goals, so I only choose my goals. So you want to be focused in one area. Some goals that you want is actually intertwined with your relationship with people, spirituality, everything. So some will choose everything regardless of the color. Okay. Some will choose according to the color. You have the red, yellow, orange, light green. Okay. So these are the areas that have not reached the maximum. So you can pick all those colors. Okay. But when you pick more areas, it means that you will come with a long list. Okay, so when you come with a long list, then after that, you can do further selection if you want to. You can delete off what you don't want, keep what you want that is relevant to your goals. Okay, so everything is within your control. Okay,
So the
you
second
can
question.
try different ways. You can try like one time I pick few areas, another time I pick all areas. Then you see which one is better.
Okay.
Play with it.
Second question. When we talk about MagHealy, you said energy clearing, prosperity, coherence, and business program, right? So when I don't, if I don't have the business program, can I run the energy clearing, prosperity, and coherence daily? Should I have to run, or
Yeah.
how it is?
Yes. Yes, you can do that. Yeah. Then you can,
Daily,
if you have mind wave, you can do mind.
daily, each 1 hour, each program 1 hour would be enough, or how many hours should I run the program? All the 3 programs?
Okay. If I'm seated down there to work, okay, depending on how many hours you're working and all that, right? So energy clearing can be done before I'm there, because that one is just cleansing the space. So I can like, let's say before I actually sit down and work, I can just let it run for half an hour, 1 hour, even if I'm not there doing something else, okay, just to clear the space. So when I sit down and actually want to start to do the work, I turn on the prosperity. Okay, so after I finish planning everything, I do the coherence. Let's say when I start making the call my business partner or whatsoever, then I can use coherence. Yeah.
I get this. One last question from my side. If
Mm.
suppose I'm going to an office where that office is not mine, I'm just working there, and the place where I'm staying also that I'm not giving the rent, the company is paying me the rent. So in that case, if I run the MagHealy programs there, will it work for me or it will work for the company owner and the apartment owner? Since the place
Are you
is
there?
not mine,
Yeah,
can
correct.
you
But are
hear
you
me?
there? Yes, I can hear you. But are you there doing the work?
Yes, yes. In that office only,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
campus,
Yeah. Yeah.
and in that
Correct.
apartment,
Because
I'm just staying.
if you're there, you are benefiting.
Okay.
If you have other colleagues there and you're using the prosperity, which is an atmosphere program, right? So yeah, everybody is benefiting, not just you alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, the place has to be on my own place, or even if I stay in
It
some
doesn't
other's house
matter.
also? Okay.
Yeah, it can be anywhere. It can be anywhere. The main thing is that you are there because it's interacting with your field.
Mm. Yeah, I get it, Christi. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, one more. I can take only one more because I have to give this to somebody else who is going to set up for the next session. No? Very good. Okay. Let me see whether, okay, selling a house. Can I sell a house with coach? Yes, of course. You can do anything. The box is there. It's up to you to actually put it inside. But don't just put it inside and then vibrate and then, you go around and do other things. Okay, so make sure that your thoughts and actions and everything is aligned to it. Yes. Hi, Chitra. You're welcome. Okay, those of you who needs to leave the session, you may. Yeah. You need to do unmute. Cannot hear you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Christi, for a nice session. Yeah, my question is, in case if I want to manifest for my patients, okay, with a very complicated case or something like that, they are not very much aligned. I mean, they believe in it, but not very much aligned into it. Then how do I do it for them?
When you
How do I
say you're
manifest?
not very much, yeah, so you have to see what is the misalignment. Okay, but let's say you have a patient, right? Let's say if they have a sickness and they don't think that they can get well. Okay, let's say the doctor tell them they only have a few months left, whereas you think that, hey, there can be miracles and you should go. So in cases like that, because yours is it has to do with their health and all that, right? So it very much depends on the patient. They have to be, because it's their life. So they are responsible for the decision making. And this is where, when it comes to whether they want to get well or not, we can't impose.
Okay, they are
Okay.
like
Yeah.
traveling.
So
They're not 100% confident about the method, or they are 50-50. Like, then in that case, how do I
give me give me a moment. Somebody's knocking at the door. One moment. Okay, you leave it outside. I am on Zoom. All right. Yeah, sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah, if the patient is like 50% believing it, or like they're not very much 100% sure of whether it will work out or whether it will not work, but they still want to try it. In that case, how do I manifest for them?
Explain a little bit more so that they can be confident. Yeah. You can use some of your previous cases, testimonials, and all that to increase their confidence. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, as a doctor, yes, you can, in terms of manifest your own judgment. Okay, that means you manifest that you make the correct diagnosis, judgment, use the right programs, etc., etc. Okay, we can only change for ourselves. You can't change for other people. Okay, I just now the two property one, that lady, the lady with the two property. I only tell you half the story. I only tell you the successful part. Initially, when she does the vibration, she used her daughter's name. She vibrate for her daughter. That her daughter will quickly find one apartment to move out. So she actually started with that one thing, and she said, not only there are no property, all right? So I said that, I asked her, does your daughter want to move out? She said, no lah, my daughter is not urgent. You see, Anna? So I said, switch. You are working on somebody trying to vibrate where every day they are not urgent. So it's not aligned. There's no alignment. So she switched. I asked her to switch. I said, use your name. And what is the outcome that you want? Because now it is your wish. And when she do exactly, everything happens. Everything falls in place because it's very aligned and it is with respect to her what she wants. So the universe is responding to her. So what you can do is you have to use your own name to understand Healy and become confident. So that's your intention, that they become confident, okay? And that through Healy, what you hope to achieve for this particular patient. So this is your intent. So you can vibrate your intent.
Okay.
Don't use
Very
their
nice.
names. Don't use their name and vibrate for them. Okay? You use your own name and what you want in that whole case, patient that you are, what you want from this patient. So that is your intent.
Okay.
Do it as your intention.
Okay. Thank you. But will that frequency match to her, and will there be any, because it needs some physical and emotional changes over there, then will that, if the other person is not very in a receiving position, will that work?
Okay, I have had people where usually the women believe first, and then their husband thinks that this is woo-woo and doesn't work and all that, right? Okay. So how to actually they want it for the benefit of the family, okay? And they want their whole family to be fully aligned to using this for the benefit of the family. And they start to see things shifting. Yeah. You know, it's like last time when she take it out, and people were like, you know, make fun of her and then tell her that she was cheated and all that. But as she do the vibration and when she put the intention into the coach, then the whole family will align with her. And she do the vibration. And then subsequently, when she take out, people don't make fun of her anymore. Then even when they feel not comfortable and all that, when she offered it, they actually take it and put it on the body. Like that.
Thank you, that was clear.
So you must write it for the highest good. Write it in such a way for the highest good. Then you are not offended. You write with your intent that they will able to accept this technology, and then for healing for the highest good of this person. Like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. This way you are not imposing onto anybody's space. Okay, in a given time, how to manifest 30 luck with multiple projects. How to manifest. Okay, you either do a few statements, okay, unless you are able to put very clearly into one item, then you can. Yeah, so that's why I cannot decide. That's why I said that how strong is your energy. Certain people, their intent, their energy is so strong that they can manifest 30 things, 30 luck at the same time. Okay, or not? If you can't, if your energy cannot hold that, cannot hold meaning what? The moment you write that, right, your field feels uncomfortable. Okay, doubts start to come in, is too big, too ambitious. When things like that comes in, means you're not able to align. Yeah. So how many hours per day do you run the coach program? So it's not about just running it on and on and on and on, that you are aligned. So if you want 27 minutes, okay, you can sit down and meditate, and you can sit down and think of your project, think of the outcome that you want, everything in that 27 minutes, then 27 minutes will do. Okay, if you run, let's say 9 hours, can you be sure that in your 9 hours, you don't let the negativity comes in and disrupt your whole thing? That's the thing. All right, so it's how focused you can be lah. Yeah, so if you can run, if you're always thinking about whatever that you want, then fine. 9 hours is also okay. 4 hours is also okay, because everything that you do is constantly in that direction. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. See you again next week. Bye. Have a good weekend.